Mountain, I have a problem.
What is it?
Kimura hasn't received a whole lot of tourism recently. Do you have any ideas for how to bring in some new people?
You can put cats into submarines to get honey for you.
Wait, that's irregular?
I guess it is to some people.
Ladies, gentlemen, and monsters of all ages, welcome one and all to another timely roundup of some recent looks into how the community, or at least a certain subset of the community, views Monster Hunter and Rise in particular, especially on PC, as this will be a bit of a collection of some of the strangest Steam reviews that I have seen for the game so far. Every person on this planet has an opinion, and while I respect your right to have an opinion, I also fully believe that some people have no idea how to express their opinions without being an absolute crumpet dumpster of a person, and so sometimes I may just get a little bit loud with people. Without further ado then, Fugen, please get us started. Ahem. Bought this after hearing all the good reviews. Plan to play it with a controller. This game is one of the worst things I've ever touched. Bad port, controller layout, and game designs are just terrible. Formula is bad and dated. Unless you loved previous Monster Hunter games, you are not going to like this. Trust me. Very buggy and crashed twice as well. Blah, 2 out of 10.
Okay, nice to meet you too, friend. I would like to recommend you consider the fact that you bought a game called Monster Hunter before being upset that the game plays like a Monster Hunter game. If you were complaining about the control layout of keyboard and mouse, I might understand where you're coming from, but controller? No, controller layout for Monster Hunter is pretty much smooth as hell. You just need to get used to it. Past this, nothing else you complain about gives any reason or substance, just saying that the formula is bad and dead, and okay, I mean, I guess it's your opinion. If that's how you feel, then maybe let it stay dead and go elsewhere, alright? Fugen!
I'll continue to play the game, but come on, Capcom! How much greed can one company have? 100 purchasable content pieces on day one of release? It's like saying, here's the game for $60, but if you want the full thing, you need to pay over $100! What a slap to the face for the Monster Hunter community!
Okay, hold up, dude. Some of these people just have no concept of the fact that this game has existed on the Nintendo Switch for the last 10 plus months. Rise launched with barely any cosmetic purchasable options. Then, over the course of the last nearly a year, has had many things added as optional cosmetic content that you can purchase. Your choices here were to have the game launch on Steam with loads of DLC releasing the same day, or to, for some reason, have it slowly trickle in, even though it is already completely created due to the Switch version. Would it make you feel better if you got the DLC a month from now? I'm not excusing the concept of purchasable cosmetic content. It would of course be ideal for every piece of armor available in a Monster Hunter game to be included in the base price, but of all the possible microtransactions, especially one for a game that actively releases content post-release for free, putting a few optional paid-for cosmetics on the shop once in a while is really not the most heinous crime to ever exist, alright? Fugen?
This is one of the Monster Hunter games ever made. Never have truer words been spoken, especially not these next ones, Fugen. The game is the most casualized entry in the franchise. You only have to gather once from each gathering point to receive multiple materials. Healing is both instant and over time. Monsters are always on your map after you have seen them once. Quest targets like small monsters and gathering points are marked with waypoints on your map like it's some fucking Ubisoft game. You can recover instantly from any attack with the wire bug. The game is more spammy and button mashy because you end up spamming the same wire bug move as it's the best DPS loop. Mounting is replaced with wyvern riding, a much less fun system, but it makes the game easier. Materials are more plentiful and it's easier to craft weapons. De novo, performance is worse than the demo because of it. Day 1 paid DLC. I shouldn't even call it DLC, it's microtransactions, plain and simple. Hundreds of dollars worth. Disgusting. No male and female, just type 1 and type 2. Performance is not great, at least compared to how much worse this game looks than World. Why does it need to compile shaders every time I start the game? It isn't Call of Duty. Edit. This seems to have stopped. The PC item packs and equipment are overkill and ruin the early game and ruin progression. Why give the player essentially 200,000 zenny and a bunch of rare armor spheres and decorations for no reason? plus the armor set with 24 defense per piece.
Oh, someone caught themselves on a bit of a bad day here with this one. Okay. Gathering point changes are a quality of life upgrade. I mean, do you really miss hitting the button more than once at a gathering node? Does that really make the game too casual for you? Healing is instant and over time. Yeah, it is split up. Quest targets are marked, and apparently objectives in video games are only something that's ever been done by Ubisoft. Sorry, everyone else, your objectives don't count. Yep, wirefall is also a thing. However, you can just as easily screw yourself over with it as save yourself if you aren't deliberate with your usage of it. Only a couple of weapons have their literal best combo be spamming the wirebug attack over and over, and even then, you can only even do that if you build towards it properly and the monster lets you. Unfortunately, this reviewer is playing the game incorrectly for their own enjoyment quite clearly. The only reason that you would know if a move is your strongest is if you look it up purposefully or do a significant amount of your own research. Even then, the only time that you ever need to be doing the absolute most damage possible for your weapon is if you are either a speedrunner or you are failing a quest because you hit the 50-minute timer. Everything between that, every single thing between those two situations, you can be as inefficient as you damn well please, and that absolutely extends to having fun, including playing your weapon in suboptimal ways to get more enjoyment out of a fight. Nothing forces you to have that perfect offensive build. Nothing forces you to use the single strongest move in your toolkit over and over and over again. You make that choice. You make your own game boring for yourself if you make those choices. Denuvo, yeah, Denuvo fucking sucks. No disagreement there. Day 1 paid DLC, I went over this with the last person. It's not day 1, it's day 292, just not on your specific system. It's a port, and the DLC was ported too. No male and female, just type 1 and type 2. Okay, just call yourself out, why don't you? In what world does it actually hurt you for a video game to change its labels to define a shape instead of a rigid binary gender? It doesn't. It does not affect you at all. It makes other people feel more comfortable, and it does not hurt you. Conversation over. Then another point about performance. You already mentioned performance with Denuvo, so whatever. Number 6 has now changed. At least you went back to edit it at some point in the 39 hours, by the way, of the game that you have played since making this review, less than an hour into the game. And then you complain about the PC item packs and equipment being overkill early game, but that is DLC. It is literally something that you have to go out of your way to acquire. Something that is clearly not a base part of the game based on the entire way you go about getting it through menus that say add-on content. It is your choice to acquire those item packs and all of the goodies within. It is your choice to take the armor set, and then it is your choice to use the armor set and the items. Exercise your free will and stop making yourself hate the game because it feels like you're actively going out of your way to make yourself unhappy. All right, Fugen.
I've been playing for 3 hours and it's already been 16 hours.
Yeah, that is definitely the Monster Hunter experience. No matter how many hours it has actually been like probably 8 times as many because Monster Hunter is a wormhole of time. Okay, that'll just about do it then. Just sometimes, I swear humans are out to stifle their own enjoyment, to stop their own happiness. People sometimes do things that make themselves unhappy and then complain about the way that it's happened. Others just turn their brain off and whine about whatever is on their mind. And sometimes it's just a regular person having a bad day taking it out on someone else for no reason. All we can do as people is try to be better ourselves and take care of the way that we ourselves see the world around us. Like if you liked the video, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more, and most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, stay sweet.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.